All right, let's get straight to it. Look, this isn't another social media video promising you $1 million overnight. This is a strategic briefing. It's designed to give you actionable intelligence on real, viable AI-powered income streams for 2026. Your briefing begins now.
First things first, you need to understand the battlefield. Right now, 45% of working Americans have a side hustle. This isn't some niche hobby anymore. It's a massive economic force. That means the market is huge, but it also means the competition is very, very real.
And what are we talking about in terms of actual money? Well, here's the ground truth. The average monthly income from a side hustle is $810. Let's call that our baseline for reality. You see, this isn't about hitting the lottery. It's about a car payment, a grocery bill. It's a real step toward financial stability. Our mission today is to give you the strategy to beat that average.
Now, this quote right here identifies our single biggest obstacle: hype. I mean, your feed is just flooded with noise, right? Exaggerated claims, stories from the one in a million who made it big. Our job is to cut right through all of that and pinpoint the opportunities with a genuinely high probability of success, all based on proven, reliable business models.
So here is our plan of attack. We'll kick things off with a market intelligence briefing. Then we're going to identify the red zone. These are the saturated markets you absolutely have to avoid. The real core of this session is what I call the high probability opportunity matrix, and we'll wrap up with your final deployment protocol. Let's get into it.
Section 1. Market Intelligence. You see, before we can even think about deploying, we have to understand what's actually driving the market. This is so critical for figuring out how to position your service.
And the intelligence is crystal clear. 44% of people are just trying to fight inflation. 31% are trying to cover basic living expenses. Another 25% are trying to pay off debt. So what's the key takeaway here? For almost everyone, this isn't a hobby. It's a financial necessity. And that means your future clients are going to demand reliable, measurable results, not some flashy experiment.
Okay, on to Section 2, the red zone. A winning strategy is just as much about what you don't do as what you do. These are the biggest threats to your time, your money, and frankly, your morale. You need to avoid them at all costs.
We've sorted these threats into two main categories. Over on the left, you've got your saturated plays. Think about things like generic AI copywriting or basic video editing. These have become commodities, and that market is just a race to the bottom on price. There's no margin, no real money to be made. Then, on the right, you have the hype plays. This is your faceless YouTube channels or those simple GPT wrapper apps. The foundation here is just too unstable. One little change to a platform's algorithm and your income can literally drop to zero overnight. We're here to build resilient operations, not to gamble.
Let's move on to Section 3, the heart of this briefing, the high probability opportunity matrix. Now, these 6 hustles, they're intentionally boring. Think of them as plumbing, not performance art. And you know what? Because of that, they are incredibly reliable, they're always in demand, and they generate predictable, recurring revenue.
Opportunity number 1, the AI automation service, or as I like to call it, the digital plumber. You're the one building and maintaining the data pipes that businesses run on. And focus on this. The time to first dollar is around 48 hours. Seriously. You can learn a single automation tool over a weekend and sell it as a service on Monday. Businesses will pay you a high-value retainer for this because, trust me, their operational headaches are expensive. You're selling the cure.
Hustle number 2, AI bookkeeping and tax compliance. This one is golden because it's built on a non-negotiable legal requirement. Businesses have to do this. That makes the service incredibly resilient, even in a bad economy. Now, you're not a CPA. You're the operator who uses AI to get all the data organized, which makes the CPA's job faster and cheaper. It's a perfect recurring, retainer-based model with constant demand.
Next up, stock footage and asset licensing. But a quick word of caution here. The market for generic clips, people smiling in an office, it's dead. The real play in 2026 is to go hyper niche. If you have deep knowledge in a specific area, say industrial safety protocols or regional architecture, you can create assets that have zero competition. Now, this one's a slow burn, for sure, but it builds true passive income over time.
Opportunity number 4 is AI fact-checking and auditing. As the internet gets flooded with AI-generated content, trust and verification are becoming premium products. AI models still hallucinate. They make stuff up. Error rates are somewhere between 12 and 21%. So you're not just selling proofreading, You're selling reputational insurance. You are the human safety net that protects a brand's credibility.
Number 5, website chatbot management for local businesses. Again, check out the time to first dollar. It's just 48 hours. Why? Because the return on investment is so incredibly clear. You can walk into a local gym or a restaurant and say, you're losing customers every time you can't answer the phone. This bot will capture those leads for you 24/7. Your monthly retainer pays for itself with just a single new client. It's a simple, powerful value proposition.
And finally, our 6th opportunity, permit and compliance pre-checking. Okay, this is an advanced play. If you already have some expertise in real estate, architecture, or regulatory codes, you can use AI to scan building plans before they get submitted to the city. Every time a plan gets rejected, it costs developers a ton of time and money. Your service saves them both. Your existing expertise acts like a competitive moat here, and that allows you to charge premium prices.
Okay, let's move to the final section, your deployment protocol. This is the operational framework you can use to evaluate these opportunities, or frankly, any other ideas that come your way. This is your critical filter. I call it the 3-box check. Before you commit to any idea, you have to ask these 3 questions. Number 1, distribution edge. Can you reach buyers directly without being dependent on an algorithm? Number 2, defensibility. What makes your service hard to copy? Is it your unique expertise, your personal relationships? And number 3, recurring revenue. Can you build a model that supports monthly retainers? The rule is simple. If an idea doesn't check at least 2 of these 3 boxes, it's not a viable opportunity. Just discard it and move on. Now, if you're starting completely from scratch, this is your highest probability route to success. Step 1, start with a simple productized service. Offer one specific, fast outcome, like setting up a single automation. Step 2, take that one-time client and convert them to a monthly retainer for ongoing maintenance. And then step 3, once you perfected your process, package it up into a digital product, maybe a template or a guide. This creates a really resilient, multi-layered business that's tied to results, not to algorithms.
And with that, your briefing is complete. You have the intelligence on the market. You know the red zones to avoid. You have a matrix of vetted, high-probability opportunities, and you have the protocol for deployment. The only variable left is action. So the question is, which opportunity will you deploy first?